Loxhart, so definitely excited to see how he's going to abuse the angles of this map for his weapon. And I'm also interested to see if maybe a slosher might come out from one of these teams because that's another weapon here that is really good, especially try a weapon that can honestly not only can paint zone but also can just rush up and abuse those angles really quickly and effectively, and also his burst bombs, which is another good sub for this map. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how this is gonna go.
Yeah, slushers in general seem to be great here just because they can go over the walls and other indents, and none on Loxhart, none on either side. Loxhart,
Mm-hmm.
Mirkwood in pink, purple, whatever. I'm seeing Ninja Squid come out.
And we got a Ninja Squid
On
on
both
the side of the
sides.
row. So we see a roll coming out from both sides. One side has Vanilla Flingza, which is more optimal for paint and that bomber spam, so the weapon can easily get that special. And on the other hand, you have Boy Alex here on this Golden Dynamo, probably looking more for a supportive type role, getting more of those armors and putting more of zone pressure. And although an interesting pick I'm seeing, oh, unfortunately, we have a DC for Loxhart.
We have a DC. That was early enough that if they stop playing,
If they do stop playing, but they might keep playing here.
if they
That
don't
they
stop playing,
well,
it counts.
yeah, they could just stop here. B King's still trying. One of them is giving up, but they're still trying here, so I don't know. Yeah, Boy Alex is giving up, so V King is still trying. I don't think he gets the message that there has been a DC and he can stop playing.
Well, okay.
Let's see here.
The bomb is definitively they are playing it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, back to commentating.
All
So here
right.
we have Conda here trying to go into a bomb rush. Is gonna go down to Corey though. Corey though gonna get picked off by V King. V King here is gonna go down as well. And right now, Mirkwood Falcons is gonna have this control here, and Loxhart unfortunately right now in the 3v4, and they have opted to play it. So they're gonna have to think of a way here to maybe get a pick to make it a 3v3 situation for them so they can actually win that fight. Because they're not going to be able to just solely outpaint if all of Mirkwood just focuses zone. We see Can here now going behind, maybe trying to be a distraction, but it's actually a distraction right now. Zoe Nugget is painting the zone, but I believe it's just not going to be enough. And Candy here now coming with the bombers behind. Might go down though.
Down
Still
goes
not going
Alex.
down zone.
Down goes.
Now 4v2 situation.
4v2.
Candy gonna go down, and that's gonna be game.
Yeah, it's gonna be game.
And Mirkwood Falcons.
This is your reminder. You should absolutely read the DC rules, because this could have been prevented. The DC rules, to reiterate, state that if there is more than half the game left, as in there's more than 2.5 minutes left, no one has gotten below 50 points on either side, then you can stop playing and the game won't count. But if you keep playing, if you want to play it through, it's up to the team that lost to say that they are getting out.
So unfortunately now, Loxhart's going to be down one. 1 second, I'm just checking something here.
Sorry. So that was an unfortunate beginning, but sometimes it happen that way.
Mm-hmm. But right now, unfortunately, Loxhart's going to be down 1-0, unfortunately, because of that decision to not take the replay. I didn't really get to talk about the NZAP 89, though, coming out from Mirkwood Falcons. It was an interesting pick, which we didn't get to see the full-fledged use of course, since that match was kind of, dumbed down because of the 4v3. But hopefully we'll see now more strategies of these two teams come out here in this second match. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here.
All right, just checking something, because team captains, and I'm going to be IPS. You're going to remind them of what the DC rules are specifically, but
yeah, I believe after using the stream, it should be fine. If they want their clarification, I can give it to them. But for now, we can probably start up the next map here and keep on going. Yeah. So, Clan Blitz Albacore, It's
Clam Blitz
definitely a
Albacore.
map where another Clan Blitz map. This actually no, this kind of the opposite of Inkblot, right? In
Pretty
Inkblot,
close.
Inkblot, in Inkblot, the clams are really the clam blasts are really close. So if you get wiped on your push, the other team can easily just push back and maybe get lead themselves in about a minute. But on Albacore, even if you get wiped, you have to go through mid, you have to go through greats, and it can actually take a while for your team to push. So this is a map where you're definitely gonna need to get those picks and that control before you make your push. Because if you start going on those greats or start going in and you make a misplay, you're gonna go down and your push is gonna be done just like that. This is definitely more of
there's a few
a map
greats.
where you have
There's
to
a
be more
jump over the
patient than
river,
quick.
and there's a few greats. There's a jump over the river. You can go over through the left as well. Which, if you go over through the left, then great, you don't have to deal with the river, but you still have to deal with everyone knowing you're coming that way.
Definitely. So let's hear now what comps are coming out from these two teams for this map. As
Alright,
we see
on
now Viking
Loxhart.
on that Hydra. So we see that Hydra coming out from Viking.
No.
Hmm?
Dualies and a Jet Squelcher. They're going for fair bit of range, but no actual backline on the side.
So Kanda actually now opting to go that Zappa that we saw from Mirkwood last game. Maybe looking for that missile spam control in the greats, and also Brother come out from Boy Alex, a weapon that you don't see that often because of its difficulty to be used. So it's going to be interesting to see here what's going to happen as we see kind of Loxhart just grouped up right now, and Mirkwood Falcons just pushing them together with no worries of flanks at all.
Loxhart's got the first clam, but Mirkwood has the clam advantage.
They're just pushing to Loxhart.
They're pushing together. They've got enough clams that they can just go, we're all here together, we're all doing this. Get a clam together, get everything, and they're down together. Made a nice start.
The push 68. That's what I'm saying here. You see, Loxhart now can just rush basket there, but as you see, just Knight's already back. This match just takes a bit too long. So what's going to need to happen here is Loxhart's going to be careful. They're going to have to try to come together. And as you see, Mirkwood Falcons here, just amazing coordination. They're just grouping up together and just making Loxhart have to force to be together.
Loxhart seems to be trying more of a divide and conquer strategy, whereas there's so many different areas they're going, can you cover them all when we push? Now that they've got, especially, see if they actually do anything with it.
Loxhart here actually has 3 clams at the ready. If they can find picks and map control, this can be actually a very deadly push. But as of right
that's
now,
the if. They're not focused together. They keep.
You have 2 on that left side, and Knight does go down though, but Viking's gonna run right into Siege there, and Kenna gonna go down as well, and that's it.
Yep, their divide and conquer does not work. They can't win the 1v1s here.
It's more of the fact that Mirkwood is designed to have 2 people watch around basket, which can also watch left, while also having someone that can watch right, that also watches the basket. That's the secret here. You want to have kind of a 2-and-2 approach, so you can take down those people going for those dividing on like one side. Because you see here, just Loxhart is one on the left, but one person's just going to go there and take them out. And
they're so busy focusing away from the basket that Mirkwood's making even more of a score, while they're going and trying to kill people that close.
Siege here coming over more clams.
Is this going to be a knockout?
No, because Nugget fell in the water with the last clams. So unless Siege here can maybe find those clams on the right side, very close to basket close, I don't think he's going to be able to get them in. He's not going to be able to get them in, and that's going to be the push.
That was the push. That is 2 pushes, down to 7. Going to be very hard for Loxhart to come back from this one.
Viking here now is going to have to control his right side with a Hydra. Can be really good if they can get set up properly. As I said, unfortunately, Rose does go down in mid, and that means there's going to be a pincer here that can happen. But as I say that, Kanda coming here, getting the CJ, I believe that was a mid.
Boy, Alex got a pick there. They're trying to make their own push.
See here, honestly, Loxhart for some reason just not pushing that. There was 3 down on the side of Mirkwood.
They're doing a double side. They're doing a pincer. They're trying to do a pincer. They had one side very covered, and we couldn't get through. Missed the basket.
Boy, Alex here going for the clam here. He's gonna be able to get it in, but Boyack's
But
gonna
that's
go down
not
anyway.
quite enough of a push. Getting up down
Yeah.
7. That was a decent push. If they can manage another like that, another 2 like that, let's say, then they've got a chance. But they've got to do it in a minute.
Yeah, I feel like the issue is those that you see you had pretty much 3 down there on the side of Mirkwood Falcons, and all they had to do was just push Kohlfree, who was just hit by a wall. If they were able to push that, kill Kohlfree, that was not only a delayed wipe, but also just an easy push in. But they decided just to keep the right there, let Mirkwood Falcons respawn, and Mirkwood was able to easily defend that push, even if it was from 2 sides. But we see right now, Mirkwood with 2 power climbs going to get backed up. Nugget here with that Ray looking for a pick. Might be able to get one on Conda here on the right. Go here trying to support there. It's not be able to get that. V-King does go down to a mid. Rose backing up now. Conda also goes down. Boy Alex here might go down on the left tonight. Now here, looking at the woman does win the 1v1. And this might be a Mirkwood Falcons push.
I think it is. They're grouped up together. They've got 2 power clams right in the basket.
They only need 2 clams to win this.
They
They're
only
looking to
need
end
2
this
clams,
early.
and they've got them if they can get over there.
They only need 1 clam. The unfortunate clams on the left go down.
So it's not going to end the game.
Yeah, it's not going to end the game. 2 power clubs right now for Loxhart.
Loxhart has to make one heck of a push here. They have to get it out basically to get anything here, and they've got a time limit. They've got to make a score now.
Mm-hmm.
And
fortunately, though,
focus on a jump. They're focusing on...
yeah, it's going to be a game that just took too long.
All right, that is Mirkwood Falcons up 2. They just took a little bit long.
Kind of unfortunate there. Definitely in the end there, they kind of just weren't able to push up in the mid and actually get there
Kari,
in time.
very nice. 16 splats and assists.
Yeah, definitely. That was a really good play there.
That was just... I was hoping for things a lot closer for that match. I was hoping for a lot more forth than we got for that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, definitely I feel like Loxhart was playing a bit, like I said, you have to play to wait to get those picks and to get that map control and get that control of the side, like pretty much control of the enemy's street to just get in and get where power clams. I feel like though Loxhart was waiting a bit too much because at one point you saw there they had 3 down and they just didn't push it.
They were trying to get the perfect, and their divide strategy that can work. That can work in a lot of situations, and I've seen it work on the map very, very well. But again, Mirkwood was too coordinated and covered each other too well, so that when Loxhart launched 1v1s, they were ready and raring to go. They had 2. They were ready for their 2v1 pushes, or even 3v1 pushes.
So now we're on TC Inkblot. So this map here, this is our map. This is one of those like really, really good maps, right? Where
Inkblot tower control is great.
Yeah. It's one of those maps where everyone knows how people play. It's just obvious how you play, and if you play it right, you win. If you don't play it right, you lose. It's as simple as that. No jank, no nothing. Right? It's pretty much here. It's going to depend on the team that pushes if they can get control of the enemy's bats and plat. Because what you want to do when you usually push, you want to have someone running tower, someone kind of being in front of tower, watching the plat, around where that mushroom or foot or whatever you want to call it is. And you want to have people pushing up on those bats because that's where the defending team is going to want to set up to throw bombs and just stall the push. But if they don't have control of that, they got to do that from their far left side or from their spawn. And that's not the easiest thing to do. You're basically going to have to let the enemy team just push to the last checkpoint. So,
most of the times I've lost it is because people have gotten around me. People have gotten off the plat. They've gotten above the tree towards spawn. And if they get the plat surrounded, then everything is dealt with right then and there. We've got E-Leader on Mirkwood. Or E-Leader on... Yep, E-Leader on Mirkwood. Hydra on Mirkwood Purple, since I forgot. Loxhart Orange. And let's see. Come on, Loxhart, you can do this. Give us a game 4.
So you see Mirkwood here. E-Leader, definitely one of the more weirder picks for TC. You don't see it that often, but not bad really, since you have a lot of range to be able to get on that tower. And like I said, remember I said like the team that gets control of bats.
Oh yeah.
You know, if the opposing team gets control of bats, E-Leader doesn't have to worry about too much on defense because they can just pretty much perch up around snipe and still be able to hit the tower. So
Yep.
it's not that much of an issue. So maybe that's what they took into account here.
I've been
On the other hand,
E-Leader on tower control. It's just the range can make up for anything else. If you're a halfway decent shot, then just having people intimidated by that range can get you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Mirkwood
Another
just fed
thing-
there.
Yeah, another
Mirkwood, that
thing is
pushes
just that Zap 89 maybe looking for that missile pressure to put on the Hydra and Dynamo, which wouldn't be too surprising since those two weapons do kind of get countered by missiles. As we see right now, Mirkwood killing Rose kind of overextended there, and right now Mirkwood, if they want to get a push, they're going to have to abuse the fact they have missiles and a weapon that outranges basically their two longest range weapons on the side of Loxhart. So we're going to see how they're going to be able to play it out. Boy Alex and Connor going to go down to Nugget, double by him.
Oh.
And it's going to be a chance for Loxhart to push 3 down. Rose being the last one in the corner, but they know where she is. So they're just going to make her back up. They do get her, and now it's going to depend on Mirkwood Falcons of getting that back control. They do kill
they've
Connor,
definitely got
Boy
past
Alex
the first
Shark in there.
checkpoint. It's Booyah Bomb, the checkpoint. If missiles come out, that's going to... Yep, missiles going to make...
You see Mirkwood here.
Back there.
Mirkwood is just working as a team, just going through Loxhart right now. And just kidding, Connor goes down again. Rose now trying to back up on that right side, although Corey's going to go looking for that pick with the inkjet.
Yep, Corey's keeping up the pressure with the inkjet. And
but Nugget's going to get 1, maybe 2. He's going to get 2. And right now, we're seeing maybe a KO here.
They may have stopped that push. They may have stopped it. But that was... It's hard to say if it's actually stopped with Knight still on the field and them still up so many people.
Mm-hmm. Nugget is going to go down there and siege her. Maybe look to see something to make happen still in flat, but it's going to have to probably back up from that pressure.
Looks like this push is over for now, but that was
kinda once again overextended.
Loxharts have a long way to go to get something done with this now.
They're going to have to get through the 3 checkpoints, and the only way they can honestly win this is if they get that control of bats and somehow also pressure that E-Leader, which is not going to be the easiest thing to do right now.
No, the others are... Mirkwood is aware of the E-Leader. They know that their E-Leader... They know they have to protect him. They know them. No.
Yeah, definitely. So, Rose here is going to try to survive around that tower there. He's going to be able to survive, though, but is still only trying to push his tower on their own.
And that's a team
and
wipe.
Rose are both going to go down, and that's going to be the push. A minute and a half right now. Loxhart really has to find a miracle right now. They got to find a wipe on Mirkwood and a couple more after that, because right now Mirkwood's just pushing again. And Rose is going to go down. Missiles on the top left. V-King is also going down in the missiles. Boy Alex in the corner is also going to find that Booyah Bomb.
All right, got to pick with the Booyah. That might get them something if they can hang on to the tower now. Loxhart is trying to get people off their bats, trying to keep things going. And they're making their... No, 2... Is that going to...
That's going to be a wipe now. A delayed wipe for Loxhart. And that's has to be a KO, and that's it.
That's 3-0. That is 3-0 for Mirkwood.
That's going to be a 3-0 win for Mirkwood there, and pretty decisively as well. Very unfortunate still for Loxhart. They're unfortunate not know the rules, and we're not able to replay the 16 kills by Corey. My. Yeah, they unfortunately not knew the DC rules, and unfortunately replay the first game. And the second and third games, they unfortunately keep up with Mirkwood Falcons. But not just Mirkwood Falcons, bouncing back from that loss yesterday, now with a positive record going into next week. And
that is exactly what they wanted. They had something to prove. They wanted to have a win to their names, and they got it.
So now we are a bit around 20 minutes. I believe 20 minutes.
Those were very fast matches. Those were very fast matches. Well, I'm gonna just put up the